Hello again. I am Aditi Dubey. Today's story begins not with a diagnosis, but with its absence. Because sometimes the most dangerous thing about cancer isn't the tumor itself, it's that it goes unseen for too long. Cancer screening is one of modern medicine's simplest miracles. A quick test, a brief scan, a momentary discomfort, and yet it can mean the difference between early treatment and late stage struggle, between life altered and life lost. And yet, millions across Europe aren't being screened. Let's begin with cervical cancer. In many parts of Europe, especially in western and northern regions, national screening programs for cervical cancer have been in place for decades. Yet, uptake varies sharply. In Germany, participation hovers around 70%. In Romania and Bulgaria, it can be as low as 20%. Why the gap? Sometimes it's infrastructure, clinics that are too far, systems too slow, or appointments too few. But often it's culture. Women who fear being judged, immigrants who aren't aware the service exists, survivors of trauma who avoid intimate medical procedures, or simply those who have never been told why a pap smear or HPV test even matters. Then there is breast cancer screening. In countries like France and the UK, mammograms are offered every 2 years to women over 50. Participation is strong, but not perfect. Women in rural zones, from low income families, or with migrant backgrounds are still underrepresented. Add to this the rising number of women under 40 with breast cancer who fall outside the age range for routine screening. They are often diagnosed late, sometimes after their symptoms were dismissed by professionals. The message: early doesn't always mean early enough. And now let's talk about colorectal cancer, a disease often shrouded in discomfort and silence. Screening tools like the FIT test or colonoscopy can detect this cancer before symptoms begin. Yet, the uptake is uneven. In Austria and Slovenia, rates are encouraging, but across much of Eastern Europe, screening programs are underutilized or poorly promoted. Men, in particular, are less likely to participate due to stigma, fear, or a belief that it won't happen to me. Even in places where tests are mailed directly to homes, follow through is inconsistent. Sometimes the problem isn't access, it's engagement, health literacy, trust in the system, the simple act of putting the envelope in the mail. And all of this leads us to an uncomfortable truth. Disparities in screening mirror disparities in society. Women who are poor, rural, undocumented, or belong to minority communities often fall through the cracks. So do men who ignore their symptoms until it's too late or don't realize that colorectal cancer might be silently growing inside them. But there is a hope. Some countries are using AI to target high risk individuals or SMS reminders in multiple languages. Others are training community health workers, creating mobile clinics, or integrating cancer screening with routine checkups. These innovations aren't just technological, they are cultural. Because to truly close the screening gap, we must look beyond the hospital and into the stories people carry. Stories of mistrust, of being invisible, of putting others first, of never being asked. We must create systems that don't judge, offer care, but invite it. That don't wait for people to come, but go to them with respect, clarity, and persistence. Because early detection should not be a privilege, it should be a right for every woman, every man, every life. I am Aditi Dubey, and this was episode 12. Thank you for listening.